Hey everybody, it's Kyle. Do you guys wonder what I do as an agent when I'm not having fun showing houses? That's the fun part. Or on my flips, I show you what's going on as we make decisions and all that. Well, the other part of my time is there's a lot of paperwork and a lot of liability that as agents we carry. This is the folder I have for a transaction, and check out that paperwork. This is what I do behind the scenes. This paperwork is for a listing that I have, and here's the listing agreement in several parts, including our coronavirus disclosure, which is 10 pages. It started out as 2. Everyone that comes in and out of the house needs to sign one of these every day they go in. It's an advisory, what the coronavirus is, what it isn't, and the rules to wear masks and use hand sanitizer and all that. So you start with the listing agreement, and as an agent, it's my duty to make sure you understand all of these documents. They're legal documents. And a lot of times I don't have this much paper. A lot of this is done electronically, but it is my job to make sure you understand everything that you're signing, whether you're a seller or a buyer. If you're modifying the listing, you have a fancy modification, an MT is what it's called, the acronym. And so now we've got the house on the market. I've shown you that one on Gold Run, and now we have a buyer. Isn't that wonderful? Well, here's their purchase agreement. You know, how many pages is that, right? And the real test of an agent comes in not just showing homes or putting a for sale sign in the yard, advertising, sure, but it is in negotiating a contract and vetting the buyer's agent, the buyer, the lender, not only negotiating for the best price, but helping you choose the best offer that's going to close. That is the real test of an agent that comes with experience and being able to anticipate things that will come up in a transaction, and there's always things that come up in a transaction. Trust me. At the beginning of a transaction, when the agent is trying to get you to accept the offer, you know, as a listing agent, you're kind of courting. It's like you're dating and putting the best foot forward, and you're wooing the seller. In this competitive market where there's so few homes for so many buyers, it's in a seller's market. And wow, then you get your offer accepted, and we say, hey, congratulations. Hey, congratulations. We're opening up escrow. And so that's the courting. You're dating. Once you have that accepted contract and the buyer has to make their earnest money deposit and things get serious, things get real very quickly. The buyer realizes, oh my God, what did I do? How am I going to afford this payment? And what if there's something wrong with the house? And now they're starting to pay for inspections. And at some point in a transaction, it happens in every transaction, the honeymoon is over. And at that point is when you need a skilled realtor to negotiate these bumps. I make it my business to anticipate these things that'll come up that we can anticipate, and maybe if there's a bump in the transaction, it is a little speed bump rather than crashing and burning. So now you're under contract, and the seller makes their disclosures. I am not kidding. This is every transaction in California. I know. That the seller is giving the buyers these disclosures. This one is a report that the state of California requires, and it's all done by mapping, finding fault lines and earthquake zones, fire zones, flood zones. They're telling you need a carbon monoxide detector installed. The seller gives this to the buyer. We have our preliminary title report, if there are any liens on the property, things that are recorded, taxes, that type of thing. Most neighborhoods will have CC&Rs, the rules that the subdivision put in place. And then I could spend an hour going through disclosure. You must have your hot water heater strapped and a smoke detector, and if the house is built pre-78, lead-based paints. That'll be a nice long YouTube video. So stay tuned for that. If you have any questions about real estate, the market, the trends, your transaction, how I may help, call me, 916-847-4371. It's Kyle Krogh, Working Wonders in Real Estate. Take care. Bye.